Good morning. It is Monday, the 29th of August. So we're ending August and coming into September, autumn. And I'm really feeling the energies, the full moon, the imminent full moon coming. The moon was really bright and shiny last night that I drew my curtains way back and didn't draw them till quite late at night. So I was looking at, I think we've got a void moon today in Aquarius, and I've been totally following the reconnecting, redoing, rethinking vibe of retrograde, mercurial, communicative, how I'm uploading my vlogs, for instance. So I've discovered YouTube Remix. They do shorts, because my videos are over 10 minutes long. People aren't going to connect with it because I'm obscure. And you know, I'm only doing a YouTube channel, in fairness, because 6 years ago when I started my reviews in Goa, I just sort of did it on my laptop camera. I look back on them and I think how much my physical and facial appearance has changed, and I'm just interested in my progress of my facial differences, because it's just interesting to me. It's fascinating to me. Like when I look at like 4, 5, 6 years ago about my face and my arms, I look much more snatched. But it's weird because at the time you don't think you're looking any particular snatched away. You think, oh God, I've got this. But no, you're always scrutinising yourself, aren't you? So yeah, no. So if anyone ever stumbles across my silly vlogs, I'm just super happy. Or whatever, you know, it's brilliant. I'm a journal. I journal, so it makes sense for me to vlog, and it's not really out of any kind of thing other than, you know, I don't really see people with the way I look on the internet or on newspapers or on TV. You know, they all get selected by channels. But yeah, no, I do get to, like, I only had 2 beers at Carnival, but it does take me a little while to like really get back into the swing of getting those toxins out of my body. And it's true when you, I don't know, it's just me and the way I think about, you know, human existence since the advent and the discovery of DNA. If there's 7 or 8 billion people on the planet, every single person has different strands of DNA that differs from others. So therefore, blanket kind of remedies, vaccinations, that sort of thing, must be catered for human DNA, individual human DNA. It can't just be, oh, let's give that person Prozac, it's got to be catered for the individual. And scientists really do know this, but that's not being developed, oddly, because we know genetically, for example, you know, where I'm from in South India, we're susceptible to hypertension, diabetes, we're susceptible to heart conditions and all sorts of things that are kind of genetically related. But it's very kind of underground. You know, I do, you know, in fairness, sometimes I get letters from the NHS saying, oh, you're reaching diabetes age because of your heritage, because you're Indian. And I'm like, okay, so tell me more. But they don't. It will still be a blanket thing that they tell you to do. But you can kind of look after that yourself, which is what my journey is what I'm trying to do. I don't see myself as a particularly stressful person, but with my menopause coming in, I do notice like moments of heat. But I've cut out chocolate. Oh my God, I've cut out chocolate. I've cut out chocolate. I just only have milk in my tea. I don't have, and a little bit maybe on some Weetabix for fibre. And I'm learning so much about foods that are tasty. I'm trying to get, I mean, I tried yam. I made a yam soup on the weekend, on the bank holiday. And yam is very strange tasting and texture to eat. I've never really liked it, but evidently it is jam-packed full of like good nutrients for hormones, estrogen, and you know, menopausal kind of. So I'm just giving that a try. And my second thing that I find is putting Benetton, it's kind of an iodine on my thyroid and around my neck. I'm just testing that to see if that's got any resonance to me individually. It might not work for you, but I'm just finding things on my journey what are working for me. And you're welcome to come along, or you know, oil. If you're wondering what oil I'm using, this is from a New Zealand company called Hell's Gate, and it's got fruit oil, coconut oil. It's really hard to read. Lavender, leaf oil, tea tree oil, coconut, mineral oil. Yeah, I'm all for like grease it up. Right, let's go jumping. I am already boiling. I've come out in one of these cotton things. There's a nice bit of wind there, which is lovely. Lovely. Just going to try out that thing where, you know, where people say like, get up in the morning and look directly at the sun. Apparently that's good for like menopause as well. So, I mean, I wear shades all the time. So I'm going to just start looking at the sun right now. I know this probably looks weird, but it's a full moon today or tomorrow morning, tomorrow night. Sharam nuvu lekopote hasham apudami tari vichutu sani diraka kozam. Funny smell. Anyway, I've just spotted one of the next door's restaurant-y bed-sits bins out where they shouldn't be. And this is what happens in your local neighbourhood vlog. Lekote pote ledu maku hasham putami tali vici kustadi niraka kosam I suppose like the reason also why I'm making these vlogs is because back when I started doing reviews, I didn't realise what was to come. 6 years in the future. Hindsight, 2020 vision hindsight is a wonderful thing. So back when I was making those videos in Goa, doing my reviews, being really kind of cocky on the beach, 6 months later I'd be back in India, but in my mother town, my mother city of Hyderabad, where my mum just suddenly died on holiday in 2017. Heart failure, just all of a sudden. But we'd seen a build up to that maybe 2 years prior to her just suddenly dying, and we would plead with her to walk, to exercise, to eat better. We talked about food all the time. She was really interested in things. She still loved knitting, but she stopped cooking, she stopped doing things, and I think that is, she suffered real bereavement from my dad passing away 14 years previously to her passing away. So she was deeply maudlin, I would say, but in a mummy way, because she was also quite a jolly mum. And I noticed it's easy to slip into the inertia, and that's why I'm kind of documenting it to remind myself to keep moving. This red brick estate was built in 1981, and it was kind of state of the art for its time, and it was full of children and funny things. Going into these telephone boxes, and it was 2p to ring someone. Can you imagine? Copper coins. I don't know if there's actual... Yep, you can still use them. To the charity shop, because I find it really hard to let go of things, but I've done a bit of a clear out. I find it easier if I put things in bags. I can then decide whether I'm going to use them or not, and it's a bit easier to then filter through and chuck out. So I did my jumping today. I tried to fill out my visa application form for India, but I don't think my laptop is updated enough for me to fill out the form. But I scanned all the necessary documents. You need to scan your passport, and it needs to be at least 6 months left on its validation. And then so many things to remember. You need to sort of have a 2 by 2 inch photograph, and then you need to have a white background, and you have to show your shoulders and your head, and you can't wear any shades, or I don't think you can wear glasses. You have to... My one's got my nose ring in it, but it is kind of like tradition, so I hope that's okay. But we'll figure it out. It just sometimes can be difficult, and I'm finding this full moon is really slowing me down, this Pisces full moon. I'm getting things done, I need to do things, but it's quite a slow, sluggish feel. Got my shades back on because they are prescription, so I find it difficult to see without them. I'm short-sighted, so I put them on. I'm trying to look at the sun. Is it me, or is that building getting bigger? people getting their thrift store, like their charity shop finds, but here I am bringing in donations. It's a donation.
Thank you very much. Do you have a gift day?
No, but it's okay. Thank you. Went to the charity shop and I donated some stuff and I didn't buy anything.
Just a quick question. Do you live around here?
That's okay, thanks. Sorry.
Hello.
That's all I'm doing because when you're hypertension you can't really afford to do croissants, and with diabetes and sugar I'm giving up sugar. Well, croissant. Sometimes I forget, but I remember walking through here. One of the last walks I walked with my mum. And she'd gone to Boots or something with my brother to the doctors to get a check-up, and then she ended up at Tesco's and I had to come and find her. Had a really nice chat with a friend of Robin's and a friend of mine from party days from the 90s, and that was really lovely to bump into him, reminisce. But I think I'm going to end my vlog here today. Thanks for joining me and see you next time.